President Trump reiterated Wednesday that his administration is working to take mortgage giants Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac public, but still keep them under U.S. government oversight. Since the 2008 recession, both companies have been in a government conservatorship under the control of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, which was created by Congress to help manage the housing crisis's fallout. That means both companies can still run as private businesses, but the Federal Housing Finance Agency oversees their operations, and each company's management and board report to the government. This happened because both companies were deeply entwined in the subprime mortgage collapse that triggered the 2008 recession. Fannie and Freddie buy mortgages from lenders like banks and then package several of them together at a time into guaranteed mortgage-backed securities, which investors buy. Lenders want this because it gives them cash so they can issue more mortgages, and investors typically view them as safe investments for two reasons. Fannie and Freddie guarantee a payout to investors in the event of a default, and both companies are government-sponsored enterprises, so the federal government can help in a crisis. In the lead up to 2008, Fannie and Freddie began buying risky loans from people with poor credit ratings. The housing market crashed in 2007, and Fannie and Freddie lost billions paying out on those guarantees and came close to collapse. Financial experts worried if that happened, that could cause a deeper banking collapse. So the federal government took over Fannie and Freddie and gave them a nearly $200 billion bailout. Since then, Fannie and Freddie have paid off the bailout and have been profitable since 2012. According to the National Association of Realtors, Fannie and Freddie combined own or guarantee 70% of the mortgage market. CBS News business contributor Javier Devi joins us now. He's also the business editor for the Dallas Morning News. So, Javier, what would making Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac public look like?
It's kind of a complicated question. Fannie and Freddie has been, on the government's dole for a while now. There was a deep dive that an NYU study did, and it found the idea of trying to convert the outstanding stock had very little political support. It could take 10 years or more. We're talking about billions of dollars, and it's a risk to the financial market, or rather the stability of the mortgage market at a time when mortgage rates are at 7% already and up, and kind of feeling the pressure, upward pressure. And there's a lot of turmoil in financial markets. So it's just a big risk and a lot of unknowns that the government is not willing to take at this time.
So if this were to happen, how would it impact investors? How would it impact everyday Americans?
It really would, if they did it. It depends on if they can do it right. And we're talking about something that has a sordid history that's been going on, goes back decades. Four presidents actually have been trying to solve this question and haven't come up with an answer yet. It's just, it really is a way of trying to find a way to decouple these two government-sponsored entities from the market, where they provide a very public service, which is affordable mortgages for people that necessarily can't afford it. But the reality of it is, if you try and disentangle it, if you do it wrong, mortgage rates go up. Who's going to be sort of this person that fills the gap for individuals who aren't able to afford traditional mortgages at a rate. And so instead, what you've got is sort of these zombie companies that are persisting on public taxpayer-funded monies. As angry as we were back in the day about the aftermath of the financial crisis and the fact that the banks made a lot of money or took taxpayer money, they gave that money back. The government made a profit, but here we are. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are still sort of, again, like these zombie companies that are persisting on public funds. But again, they provide a really important service for the mortgage market.
All right, Javier Devi, thank you.
Hi, my name is Boris Melik-Tangiyev. I'm a mortgage loan originator, here to help you finance your next home or investment. Whether you're buying or refinancing, I'll guide you every step of the way. Feel free to contact me with any mortgage needs.